Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the A-Listers podcast. My name is Katherine, and I'm joined, as always, by my amazing co-host, Jahsleighe. Before we jump into the super short movie that we're reviewing for this week, sure to be a super short podcast about it. Jahsleighe, how are you doing? What is your Oscar for the week? What's your Razzie? And what's your Rotten Tomato score for this past week?
Yeah, Katherine, thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. As far as my Oscar of the week, I would say, it happened today. I was cleaning up my emails, you know how you like make them all red. It's a bunch of unread emails, so I was putting them red. And I totally forgot that Madewell sent me a coupon for my half birthday. They sent me $15 off for my half birthday. And I was like, I totally forgot about this. I may or may not have used it today because they do have 60% off sale. And I was like, wow, look at that. Look at God.
They have a 60% off sale right now?
You better hurry up because I think I think it's gonna end like maybe tonight. So
I will jump on that right as we hop off.
So that's definitely my Oscar of the week. Love when a company celebrates a half birthday, and love when that half birthday celebration is in my favor for sure. And then let's see, my
side note, I also love that they email you about it because I had gotten mine. Because I feel like a lot of websites, it'll just be like, if you happen to check the website, you can go to some specific page where you can see a promo that you have. But Madewell's like, no, I want you to use this. Like, happy half birthday.
Happy half birthday. I know them and like Victoria's Secret, they for sure do it. I didn't use my one for Victoria's Secret this year though, but maybe I should. Stay tuned. And let's see, my Razzie of the week. Let's see. Honestly, I spent a little bit too much time in Target today. I spent a little bit too much time and money. Because, like, I went in there for something quick, and then I realized I was like, oh, maybe I should just go ahead and buy groceries. Or, like, pick up the few things that I need for this week. And then also I was like, oh, I am going to a baby shower this weekend. So let me just go ahead and pick up that stuff there. So, yeah, I, like, circled the store a little too many times and spent too much money there. So
that's all important stuff, though. Like, what are you going to do? Not eat or not get stuff for this baby? Like,
or just go home. Yeah. But, yeah, other than that, my week was pretty good. Saw some family. Went to Arkansas for my grandmother's funeral. So, yeah, Arkansas was very hot. It was caliente. But I would say my Rotten Tomato score is maybe a 92. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad at all.
Okay.
So, yeah. What about you?
Well, first of all, Arkansas, is that's hotter than Atlanta right now?
It was. Yeah, like I was walking around today and I was like, oh, it was hotter in Arkansas. Yeah.
Yikes. Don't love that. Well, speaking about the weather, my week has also been going well. So I'm going to do my Razzie and then my Oscar because that's how they happened. But we were supposed to go to a Noah Kahan concert on Saturday night with some friends. And Saturday in New York was the day that the air quality was still really bad. And then it started like thunderstorming all day and lightning all day. Concert got canceled.
No.
We did get a refund. I know, sad. But there was night 2, Sunday night, and my amazing partner did get us tickets to go see that. So we ended up still being able to go to the concert and see it. Nice. Because they're sold out like everywhere. Like we were looking at other cities. We were like, oh, DC's coming up. Could we like go to DC? And they're like, it's literally sold out everywhere. Or people are selling it for like the crazy amounts of money.
Yeah.
So shout out to Amanda. She got us some good tickets. And it was a really good concert. Like it was really, like, the weather was perfect. We had really good seats. And it was just a good time. And I love a good concert. So
yeah. And he got that good song too. You gotta go.
He does.
Far.
He does have a lot of good songs. Yeah. Yeah, it did. I did. Songs. A lot of his songs are sad. And he does say at the beginning that he's like, I like to make a lot of my fans cry. And I did cry during the concert. I was just like, we're all singing. Yeah. Like, everybody's singing a song, and some of them are, like, sad and emotional. It was a good cry, though. It was, like, a cathartic, isekai.
Nice.
So yeah, but I'm also having a pretty good week. Probably like a 90. I'm gonna say the same. 92, not to copy
Okay.
you, but a 92 as
Twin.
well. hmm
Nice.
And then, so what have you been watching this past week?
Let's see. Joke's on you. I did not watch Michael on my flight. So there you go.
Yeah, but to
Uh,
clarify, you did consider it because I did get a couple of texts about you potentially watching it. So.
yeah, I did. I watched Succession, and it was in the morning, and I probably won't do that again because, well, I was asleep on this flight, so I had Succession on. But the one times I did kind of wake up, I woke up to some very, how to describe it? Some very rough language. We'll just leave it there.
Okay.
Have you seen Succession?
No.
Oh, okay. But it's definitely some explicit language, and I'm like, okay, and it's just like people yelling at each other. So
That is an intense show. That's why I haven't watched it because it just seems like there's a lot going on.
yeah, it's intense, but like, it's not as intense as The Bear, I would say.
Okay.
Like on an
Okay.
yeah, on an intensity level. But speaking of The Bear, I have started The Bear. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. This last
The
season,
last season, season 5.
yeah. It is indeed intense. So yeah, and I think that's about it. I think that's all that I've watched since the last time we've chatted. Oh, some Hallmark Christmas and July movies, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, that's about it. What about you?
Yeah, I was trying to think of what I had watched this past week, and honestly, I haven't really. It's also tough because we just recorded our Forrest Gump podcast like not that long ago, so it's only been a couple days since then. But today I did watch. This is going to tie into the movie we're going to talk about today. But I watched "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" And because that is a retelling of the Odyssey, starring George Clooney, and it's like set in the South. It's really good. It's really funny. I think that you would like it. It has some really funny like musical scenes and stuff. But yeah, it's like a big like dad movie. Like I think my dad showed it to us whenever we were younger. But so spoiler alert on what we're going to talk about today. But that was a really good movie. But in talking about movies, we got a new trailer today for Doomsday, the next Marvel movie after Spider-Man that's coming out. And I don't know, did you see this or did anything about it, or did you watch it? Or
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Have you?
Yes, and I just don't feel confident in this movie.
Really? Is Winston Duke in it?
Um.
In the
Honestly,
trailer?
there was a lot of people in the trailer. I'd have to go back and rewatch it because I was like watching it on Twitter while I was working. To be honest, hope
Yeah.
nobody I work with listened to that. But I don't know. It's just like I mean, a lot of the Marvel movies that we've seen. I really liked Thunderbolts. Fantastic Four, was fun, but I don't. There's a lot happening there, and they're bringing back like Chris Evans. They're bringing back like a lot of the people who had died in this, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But the X-Men are going to be in it, so I am excited for that. So that should be cool. But I don't feel good about like. I think the Avengers movies were fun because like it was like you liked all the movies leading up to it, so then it was cool that they were like bringing everybody together. And with this, I'm like, has anybody even been liking like a lot of these movies? So.
Now they're adding more people. Now Jahsleigh gotta try to remember more characters.
Don't even worry about it. I'm not even gonna ask you to go watch all the X-Men movies. Did you never watch any of those like in the 2000s? Like I feel like those were like the OG Superman or superhero movies.
I don't think so. If there wasn't Disney Channel original movies, I probably didn't see it. But okay,
That's fair.
I will watch it. I feel who's directing it? Is it the Russo brothers or someone else?
It might be them. I'm actually not 100% sure. I thought they were like done with stuff.
Really?
Yes. Let me go look at But while we're talking about movie trailers, so today the movie that we're talking about is the Odyssey. Just let the audience in on that secret. But whenever you went to go see this, did a trailer called Other Mommy play for you when you were in the movie theater? Did you see this trailer?
I did see the trailer.
Did you pee your pants when you saw the trailer?
And people keep bringing up that trailer, and I forgot. I had gotten the image of Jessica Chastain underneath that bar, underneath that counter, out of my head, but now it's back in my head. Also, I rushed to go to this movie because people were saying that there weren't going to be any trailers, and so I was like, I have to be there at whatever time I went. It was totally fine. We got a full 25 minutes of trailers, including this one. Why did they do that?
The scary one, or why did they do the full 25 minutes?
The scary one.
Okay, both things. One, I do wish AMC would just pick a time that how many trailers they're going to show beforehand, because it is like some movies they do 15 minutes, some movies they do like the 25, 30. I don't know why they played this one, because this was not a thriller or a scary movie, so I was not expecting any kind of jump scare, and that jump scare got me. Like, that jump scare, like, the girl beside me, I did not know her, and she probably thought I had a heart attack the way I jumped.
Yeah, I saw that. I immediately went on my phone. I said, not today. Not today.
I think same. I pulled my phone out and was like, I'm not watching the rest of this.
That was scary.
Yeah. And it's also not publicly available yet. That trailer you can only see in theaters right now. Yeah.
Are you going to go see that movie?
I do love Jessica Chastain, but no, I won't. That jump scare scared me away. I don't do well with jump scares. Like, oh, actually, that's another movie. I watched Obsession this past week, and it was very good. And I think that you could watch it. It's not that scary.
Okay. Watch
There's
it.
There's definitely like some creepy moments and a few jump scares, but I think they're very like you can expect them. So.
Okay, cool. Gonna watch it middle of the day with my blankie. Good to know.
I support them. But it was very good. But no, I don't like movies where it's like all jump scares, and that's kind of what it seems like. So I won't be watching that.
Okay.
I need to be able to sleep at night.
We want you to be able to sleep at night. Let's hope that Jossie will be able to sleep at night, because that image of Jessica Chastain is in my head now.
Well, is your mom coming over to your apartment?
Okay, stop. This is stop.
Stop. That's the only thing that you'd have to worry about.
This is stop.
But so for this week, did you have any other movie news? Anything you saw?
I did see it. I have a couple of movie news. Number one, I saw that Sean Penn, from One Bad After Another and others, he is maybe directing or producing or something, a movie about January 6th from the police officer's point of view. And allegedly, Bradley Cooper is going to be the police officer.
Okay. Who is this for? Is my question. Who's the
I don't
audience?
know, but I'm gonna go see it. I like.
Well, I know you are. I know you're gonna go see it.
It's like if you need to cast somebody like at home watching CNN, being like, "What is going on? What are they doing?" And it's like me, like low key laughing, but low key like being like shocked, like low key like, "What?" Let me know, Sean Penn. I would love to play that part.
That's so intriguing.
I mean, it's kind of like this happened with what is it, Eddington and COVID, and now this with January 6th. It's like, I guess we are at the time where like you can do movies about like history or things that happen in history, but it's like slow down a little bit.
I would have thought Sean Penn would maybe be pro January 6th. I don't actually know his personal feelings or political affiliations, but he kind of, maybe it's just his character conflicting in my head.
Yeah, maybe so.
Interesting. Bradley Cooper. You never can guess what that man's going to do next with his life or his career.
No, you don't. But my other movie news was that I know we talked about this last week on the pod, how we wish that there were more IMAX theaters, nationwide. Well, it turns out IMAX and AMC, they have a deal to add more IMAX locations. So coming soon.
Good.
Yeah.
2030 or when it was coming soon?
And see, that is when you have to be patient because Jahsleigh she doesn't have any additional insight on that, but
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's totally fair. Talking about that, the Doomsday tickets went on sale today for freaking my birthday in December.
mm-hmm.
So many of them are already sold out.
Are they doing IMAX? I thought Dune won like the IMAX theater for that weekend.
I don't think it was just IMAX though. I think it was other regular stuff in there because it was a couple different AMC locations that you could do it. And it's really annoying because a lot of movies come out on my birthday, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing on my birthday yet, so I don't know if I'm available. But they're already sold. Jahsleigh, they were already sold out, and I still can't get. And I guess was that the last of your movie news?
Yes, it was.
Okay, well, so shifting into the movie we're talking about this week, the Odyssey. I was desperately trying to see this in 70 millimeter, but girl, it sold out every theater. That I got desperate. I was looking at 2 a.m. I was like, we're gonna do what we gotta do. All sold out, completely sold out. I was looking through like August 10th or 11th.
Sold out?
Yeah, sold out.
Sheesh.
And I just don't understand it. So I did go see this movie just in regular Dolby, like you recommended, but I am still determined to see it in 70 millimeter. But it's getting a little crazy. It's getting a little like Eras tour tickets where I'm like, we gotta relax, guys. Like we gotta. Yeah. I don't like it.
Do you feel a little like, because back when I, used to live a couple blocks away from Lincoln Square, I used to get kind of tense when people would buy the tickets a little bit. It's like, this is not even y'all's home court. I can't even go to my home court.
Yeah. No, I think that now with the 70, we just need to start laying down some rules for 70 millimeter. Your account can have one ticket per movie per 2 months. I don't need y'all seeing Odyssey twice. It needs to be like the movie theater you visit often because, like you said, I'm going over to Lincoln Square, Lincoln Center, AMC.
Mm-hmm. It's like I spoke to Jeffrey.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know how to get up and down those escalators correctly? Do you know which revolving door you need to walk in? Like, do you know the exits?
Yeah, but to that point, you are always amazed at how many theaters there are. Though you frequently forget about the basement and everything.
Oh yeah, the basement I do forget about.
And also to that point, I did see a TikTok where I love that I'm on film TikTok. Where a guy from California, he came to the AMC Lincoln Square, and he was like,
California.
And he was like, I'm about to meet the world famous Jeffrey, and he like had Jeffrey, and he was like, hi, and he was like talking to Jeffrey. And I'm like, this is my home court. This is my home court. And you're flying in from LA, which makes it more special.
You're talking to my man. No, it doesn't. Go back to LA. Like, they have all kind of special screenings and IMAX stuff out there. It'd be one thing if someone was like, I flew in from Iowa or Idaho or something because we don't have movie theaters. I'd be like, all right, whatever. It's like, but it's getting to,
I mean, no one's popping up to my theater.
Okay, well, that's lovely. Is there 70 millimeter down in your theater?
No.
Okay, well.
I did. Yeah. So I did do some research prior to this, though, and I was like, apparently there are like 25 locations, IMAX locations in the United States. Mm-hmm. And allegedly, there was one at this mall that I used to go to when I was like growing up. And I was like, oh, but it's Regal. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to drive there. It's like an hour away from me, or like 45 minutes really. But I was like, I don't want to do it.
Well, at this rate, next time you come to New York, we might be able to get tickets. Maybe I'll be able to swing us. But it's going to be at 1 a.m. and we're going to be in front row. I'm just going to be honest with you.
and I'm not doing that. The front row, I saw the front row for Little Mermaid, and I was like, never again.
There was a couple that were like odd times that was like the first or second. I was like, I can't do it. Like, especially the 70 millimeter. Like, you're gonna be, and this was my favorite Letterboxd review, but this was a loud movie. This was a loud movie, so I do think you might go deaf if you sit in the front or second row for this.
Yeah. But I I don't know. We'll talk. Maybe I will do a little visit.
Yeah, it'll probably still be in theaters at that point. But to get to the actual movie, so today we're talking about the greatly anticipated Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's next movie. And a quick little synopsis, thanks to I think Rotten Tomatoes, based on Homer's Odyssey. Odysseus, king of Ithaca, embarks on a perilous journey to return home after the Trojan War. Crossing the Mediterranean Sea with his fellow soldiers, they soon find themselves battling not only the elements, but an array of deadly obstacles and mythical creatures along the way. And so this movie is currently sitting at a solid Rotten Tomatoes score of 95 and a popcorn meter of 97, which is both really close to each other and really good. And then, like I said, the director of this is Christopher Nolan. He directed and wrote the screenplay, so he adapted it off of Homer's Odyssey. And then I just wanted to shout out his wife, Emma Thomas, who produces almost all of his movies. Like, she is kind of like Ryan Coogler with his wife. Like, she's right there alongside with him doing all of that. It is an incredibly star-studded cast. We got basically about every working actor in here.
Except us. Just kidding, we're not working actors.
Except Jahsleigh. Come on, let's get her SAG. Her union credits. But just to go down, and we got Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Samantha Morton, Elliot Page, Zendaya, Charlize Theron's in it, Himesh Patel is in it as well, and then just genuinely, like, so many people are in this movie and show up in this movie. But do you want to talk a little bit about the history of this story in the movie, or do you want to talk about your thoughts on the cast and crew first, or what do you want to talk about first?
If you want to talk about the history, we can. I may or may not have read it in high school. I don't. Okay. I think I read the one with Oedipus. I think I definitely read that one. Okay, that's not. Yeah, it's not either one of these. It's not these. It's the O. It's the O.
You and your Oedipus. You love yourself some Oedipus.
Because I mean, if anybody knows the story of Oedipus, that's it's something where. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, is this Odysseus? But it's not. No, it's Oedipus.
The Greeks write a crazy story. Well, how about this? Okay, I'll give a little bit of the context, and then we can jump into the cast and crew if that works. So, this is based off Homer's Odyssey. Typically goes the Iliad and the Odyssey. So the Iliad covers the Trojan War. So that's where you get like Achilles. Odysseus is in it because he's there in the Trojan War. You know, the siege on Troy. Helen of Troy, either being kidnapped or leaving her husband to flee to Troy, and like the face that launched 1,000 ships, and the horse and all of that is typically in the Iliad and focuses more on Achilles. And then the Odyssey focuses on Odysseus after the war and him trying to return home and his journey to do all of that. And this was originally written by Homer, supposedly. That's kind of like a big question in the academic like scholar community, because they don't actually know who Homer was and who wrote it, because the complicated thing with it, so it was originally like an epic poem. So it was all told through like oral tradition. It was always like recited and told out loud. So that's where it gets a little bit complicated with like who actually did the original, what stuff has been added through different people, because it was passed down orally and not written down, who Homer was, like if Homer was one person, how much of it is obviously like loosely inspired by real history of different Trojan Wars or the fall of, the Greek Empire and Rome and all of that kind of stuff. So it kind of already has a lot of stuff behind it of like what's true, what's not true. And then an added layer of that is that so this obviously has to be translated from Greek into English, and there's a lot of like controversy around which translation you like. So there's a lot of different translations. A lot of people like and prefer the one that's based off of the Emily Wilson translation of it. Some people don't like her translations of it, but yeah, so that's just like one thing kind of going into it already that I have seen like a lot of stuff on the internet is just talking about like the adaptation of it, and like you can focus on different parts of Odysseus depending on how you translate it. Like some translations calls him, you know, a liar, some translations call him, you know, different things like that. So like depending on how they translate certain Greek words will depend on how you can view stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. So it's like I think like really our first original, or not our first original, but like one of the biggest like epic stories that we have, and that has been around for a long time and has inspired a lot of things.
Yeah, thank you for the history.
Of course.
Round of
Yeah,
applause.
it's really interesting actually. If you go look at a lot of the stuff about Homer, it's really interesting to see like who they think it was, or just different stuff about it.
Yeah, cool. Was your favorite subject in school English?
It was, yeah.
I get that vibe. That's not a bad thing.
Oh.
No,
I get that
it was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was a good subject. It's a good subject.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, I used to think I wanted to be a writer, so.
It's not too late.
That's true. I mean, people self-publish on Amazon all the time. I would do under a pseudonym, though. I wouldn't. I'm not brave enough.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just send me the link to the book.
No, here's what I would do. I would anonymously do it, and then I would just like text my friends and be like, "Hey, I just read this book. It was really good. You should read it. Let me know what you think about it." And then depending on their reactions, I would tell them. Like if you were like, "Oh, that wasn't very good," I'd be like, oh, "Yeah, I understand that. I'm not going to tell you who." KR, whoever really is.
All right, cool.
Whatever my pseudonym would be. But okay, so you did read it in high school. But do you have any overall thoughts and feelings about the cast and crew? Did you have any thoughts on Christopher Nolan or any of the cast going into the movie, or?
So honestly, no. You know, when people were like Christopher Nolan, I did have to Google being like, okay, what films did he come out with again? And then immediately I was like, oh, okay, gotcha. You know, The Dark Knight, Interstellar, which is apparently Zendaya's favorite film. So you guys have that in common.
We're besties.
But yeah, so I mean, I was pretty excited for it. I was like, okay, this man seems like he knows what he's doing. And as far as the cast and crew, I guess, you know, I didn't, unlike Supergirl, I was just kind of like, I'm here for a good time, you know? Like, I didn't really have that, like, high expectations of it. I was just like, like, I mean, these people have been waiting in line for these tickets, or waiting in virtual line for these tickets, and I'm going to go. And I'm here to have a good time. You know, I'm going to try to be on time because allegedly they start right away. They don't start right away, but yeah. And honestly, 10 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad I didn't go in there with like any kind of like expectations or anything, because I had an excursion. I had an Odyssey. Yeah, you know. You know?
You were the Odysseus of the story.
You know, I really was. And like some parts, like with the Cyclops, I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely read this in high school. Yeah. But then I'm like, or maybe we just read like parts of it in high school or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty good. The cast, amazing. At first, to be honest, the first like 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, I was like, are there too many people in this movie? You know, like starting off with Travis Scott, I'm like, okay. And then you see Zendaya, and then you see Tom Holland, and then you see, what's his name? Corey, what's his name? The guy from In the Heights. He was Dr. Dre. I forgot. But you see Robert Pattinson. Like you see.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He's in Walking Dead. That guy.
Oh, really? I don't know.
The one who was like buddies with Robert Pattinson? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, is it too many people in this movie? But you know what? Everybody ate. So I think everybody did their job. Everybody did the thing. Everybody
Yeah.
did their job. And yeah, it was pretty good. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts? Corey Hawkins.
Yeah, I don't know where you were going with that. For some reason, I was thinking of the Corey from Glee, and I was like, he's not alive, Jahsleigh.
Yeah. I was going to say Corey
like
Hardwick. I think it was like Corey Hardwick or Hardrick, who is like one of the twins, Tia and Tamara's ex-husband. But I'm like, no, it's not him. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have like a ton of expectations. I really love a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. I've been watching them for a long time, like he did. I mean, he's done like Inception and The Prestige I saw when I was really young. And he just has like a ton of movies that are really good. Interstellar is obviously one of my favorite movies. I will say I was a little bit like unsure about the movie going in, just because of how I felt about Oppenheimer. Because that was like objectively a really good movie. Like all the acting performances were really good. It was told really well, blah blah blah. It was great, and I was like kind of miserable sitting through that movie because it was just like 3 hours. And that was a movie that I was like, wow, that was really good. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch that movie again, just because I don't know, it's so long, there's so much in it. So when I'd seen that this was going to be similar, like a 3 hour story, and it's an adaptation, and I was like, whew, I don't know, like this might be a long one. But I also loved it. I thought it was really good. It did not feel like 3 hours to me at all. I also thought the cast did really good. I will say I came out of this being like, they should win awards for like best directing and best soundtrack and cinematography. And I wasn't necessarily like, someone wowed me so much that they should get an award for acting.
Yeah.
I have thoughts on who was the best one, but like, I thought everybody did a good job. Like Matt Damon did a good job. Anne Hathaway looked great, did a great job. Yeah. So yeah. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say I left coming out of the movie being like, I want that popcorn bucket. And I was like, same. No,
I thought about it. Really, I came away from it being like, ooh, I'm so glad I've never fought in a war before, because this seems miserable. Because what do you mean you're fighting for 10 years? Like,
yeah. What do you mean you're all in this wooden horse?
yeah. Yeah. And the fact that they, the soldier on the outside, Sinon, I think, got sacrificed. I was like, oh, you guys couldn't have included them in the horse? Like, you couldn't have just put them in there. But okay, maybe do you want to start with the cast? Was there someone that you thought was like the best cast or did the best job? And the opposite, was there someone you think you would have switched?
Ooh, good question. I thought Anne Hathaway, she definitely did a great job. I'm glad they chose Tom Holland over like Timothée Chalamet or anybody like that. I think that was a good pick. I thought that was a great pick. Also, this man, what's his name? Is it John
Bernthal?
Yes. I thought he was a great casting too. And this man is in a bunch of movies, and sometimes when you see him in a movie, you're like, yeah. He did a good job. He slayed. He didn't have that big of a part, but he slayed. And of course, Zendaya did her thing. Also, Cersei.
She did. Yeah.
She creeped
Cersei
me
was
out.
really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't eat anything for like 5 minutes after watching that.
She did a great job.
She did. I said, oh my. I said a quick prayer after they left that island. So yeah. So
was there anyone you were like, could have been someone different?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Even like Robert Pattinson, he did a great job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I thought Charlize Theron did a good job as Calypso, I think is who she was playing. It wasn't memorable to me. Like that one, I feel like someone else, like, not that she was doing bad acting, because I did think she was good, but someone else I think could have done a better job with that. Like, I feel like hers was kind of a little bit more forgettable compared to everyone else.
I thought maybe they had an affair or something.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
Oh, they did?
He was there
okay.
He was there for 7 years, Jahsleigh. What do you think they were doing?
Okay.
Yeah, they were.
I just had to interpret that, read between the lines. Okay.
Well, I mean, and that's one of the things about, I guess, how different movies adapt it different ways. He also was with Cersei on that island for a long time in the original one. I forget if it was like a year. Yeah, that's one of the things. Odysseus, loyal to his wife in the sense that he is always trying to get back to her. Not loyal to his wife in the sense that he doesn't also mess around with some other women in the 10 years that he's on his way home.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah. But so Calypso's, her whole deal is she's like cursed to stay on that island. So she like can't leave it, I'm pretty sure. So, but people like never stay with her. So she's always trying to, get like men to stay with her and fall in love with her. But
yeah. I mean,
he left her too.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool part. It's a pretty island, but...
Yeah, but would you want to live there? I was like...
No.
It wasn't even a house. It was like a half a tarp on the beach.
Yeah. There's not many places I would want to live on in that movie, but...
Yeah.
But okay. Cersei, too?
I liked Cersei though. I agree that was a really good part. That part Odysseus and his crew make a lot of mistakes. Odysseus is really smart, but they make a lot of mistakes. And one of those was when they were walking up this hill and they see a lion, a tiger, a bear, a giraffe, the whole zoo, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna keep walking to this lady's hut. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna eat what she feeds me.
Yeah.
And
wait. Especially the part where she's like, put your armor outside and you see all of this armor. It's like, come on, guys. Come on. It was that part.
Let's use our brain.
It was that part. And then the part where it was like, do not eat any of like what Zeus's cattle or something like that.
Yeah, Apollo's, yeah.
Or Apollo's cattle. And then they over here eating away. Like, please.
Yeah. Especially because they were the ones who got mad at Odysseus earlier in the movie because he shot the Cyclops, which like he shouldn't have done while he was getting out. And they were like, oh no, the gods, Poseidon's mad at us now. And then they're going to turn around and eat the sun god's cattle. His crew is he was trying to save them and they were not trying to be saved. I'll tell you that right now. No. I did think that his like second in command or whoever Himesh Patel played, I cannot pronounce his name. I thought he did a really good job because I thought he did a good job of like they believed in Odysseus at times and then didn't, and then were tricked by him several times, and I don't know. I just thought his crew did a good job.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I would say everybody did a pretty good job, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody slayed.
Talking about the Cyclops, though, that was one part that I really enjoyed about this movie was they did that was like, I mean, there was some CGI involved to my understanding, but like a lot of it is pretty practical effects of like, they had a full
puppet
monster. But,
actually Christopher Nolan, he doesn't do CGI. There was no CGI involved with that. It was a big old puppet. That's just
crazy. Like what?
It was a big old puppet. And I think Matt Damon said that they actually like found a cave to like film that in and everything. But that was crazy.
Yeah. That was the other part I was going to bring up about this movie was how good everything looked. Like they shot in real film locations. I think they shot in, I think Iceland was where they shot like Hades, which is really pretty with like the black beach, and they shot a lot in Morocco and Greece and Italy and places. But I feel like that combined, like shooting actually in locations and then having like practical effects with the Cyclops and the giants, it just made the movie look so good. Because, like, this compared to some of the Marvel movies we've seen in the past year or two, where it's been, like, some of the worst CGI, like, glop you've ever seen. And then this one, like, you could tell these were, like, actual people in a cave, on a beach, and it seemed like they were being attacked by giants in armor. Like, it just looked so good.
It did. Like, I was like a little, and like with the Dolby and everything, it's like, am I in this cave? Can I go out?
My heart was racing.
I was running out with the sheep. Like, what do you mean?
No, literally. Yeah, this movie like fully envelops you in it and makes you feel like you're a part of that. And I think a big part of that was the soundtrack. What did you think about the soundtrack?
I thought it was good. I thought it was intense. It was taking me right on that journey. You know, especially like the rowing scenes. I was right there with them. I started moving back and forth. I mean, not really, but that's a little fun fact too. I think Christopher Nolan, for everyone who was casted as part of the army, they had to learn rowing actually, and and like legit rowing.
Do you think that's why they were ripped? Was that they were just like actually rowing for hours on end?
Maybe, you know, yeah. And it's kind of crazy too, because I feel like back then, like the men were actually that ripped, and it's like, and not a protein bar, not a protein shake or gym in sight. They're just out here fighting people.
But, and you know, and it was practical muscles too. Because a lot of these gym boys that be ripped, they would go in there and they wouldn't be able to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it just would not. No, Matt Damon looked good for this movie.
He did.
Talking about the soundtrack, though, I thought you were going to bring up that fun fact. Christopher Nolan did not want this to be to not feature an orchestra, because that wouldn't have been the sounds that it would have sounded like back then. Which is fascinating, the way this movie sometimes wants to be historically accurate and sometimes is like, no, it's just a myth. That it just, like, I love the movie. That aside, it is just, like, funny.
It's like Bridgerton.
Exactly. Sometimes they're very period accurate. Sometimes you just have to, you know, just look away.
Yeah.
But so the guy who did the soundtrack, the composer Ludwig, who is our fave, he's been doing all the good ones these past couple of years. He did a lot of gongs, and then he did a lot of lyres as well. Is that how you pronounce that?
I think so. Like
yeah,
a
like
harp,
flutes.
like
Yeah. But they had to like kind of like invent some of the instruments, because like the stuff that they would have used back then is like no longer around or being made or whatever. So him and a bunch of like musicians literally had to like create these instruments and like do them for scratch. And I thought the sound, like, it really paid off, because the sound was so good. Every time Odysseus like plucked his bow, I stopped. Like it like made me like physically stop and be like, oh, what's about to happen?
Can we like skip to the last part where he puts, where he strings the bow and then he plucks it? I wanted to like yell, being like, "Let's go!"
Literally, when Anne Hathaway was like, "Get him! Shoot him all!"
You would have thought I was in Kroger Field cheering on the cats. How happy I was. I was like, let's go. Let's go. It's about time. I was like, it's about time. Close those doors and get them all. And get them all.
Literally. Start shooting them.
Yeah.
No, that was so... And the way they, like, done that throughout the movie, it just made for such a good moment there at the end. And, like, every fight scene, like, the actual siege on Troy was so crazy. Like, I feel like I think I have PTSD, genuinely. Like, I think I could go to a therapist and get diagnosed with PTSD now, because of like how much it felt like you were in a fight scene. That was crazy.
Yeah. But speaking of Troy, what was the name of the he's not really a general, but the guy that came
the like
out.
leader, Agamemnon.
Yes. Maybe they could have recast him.
Okay. What part did you not like?
I mean, honestly, it's the reveal afterwards. With his on like Instagram, where I saw his face, and I was like, oh.
But in the movie, you don't see his face.
I know. Christopher Nolan was probably like, we're gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep your headgear on for you.
That was a very intense case of like, guy needs a hat. And when they take the hat off, you're like, ooh, no longer my type. No longer
You know, they
my
could have
type.
casted Bradley Cooper for that role. You know, he didn't do too much.
His armor did look sick though. Like every time he walked in, I was like, okay, I could be man.
I was like, okay, a Halloween costume. Like, what?
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks good.
Yeah. And when they were trying to get me to help, like, make me feel bad because he died, and I didn't, like, I was like, and his wife did what she needed to do. Like, I don't. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. But yeah, his armor looked really good, and there was so much controversy before this movie came out about like the armor and the different stuff. And I'm just not a historian, really? So yeah, people were like, "This isn't actually what they would have worn in ancient Greece," and I was like, "Guys, they're fighting a Cyclops." Okay. Athena is talking to Matt Damon. Athena the goddess is talking to Matt Damon throughout this movie. Okay, like they get attacked by giants. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah. Period accurate headpieces. Like, it looked cool, and I think that's all that matters.
One of my favorite Letterboxd reviews though was like, my feta cheese sandwich has more Greek than this. I did think that was funny. And I was like, oh, yeah. They're in Greek? I did for the first, like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, though. I was like, I feel like their accents should be British, though. But I was like, I guess not, but I don't know. Yeah. I just wasn't expecting, like, American accents.
That's kind of where I felt with Matt Damon, where I almost he could have been cast differently. I thought he did a really great job. Like, I thought he did a really good job, but, like, you put someone in there with, like, a British accent.
But you had British people there, but they just had an American accent.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe give me, like, an old, like, a New England accent, maybe. A little, just something a little more. Just a little something. You know? You know? Wait, yeah, who would you recast? Something. If it wasn't Matt Damon, who would you do?
I don't know. That's the thing, because I never... And I really did think he did such a good job. I just think that, like, his acting was not the reason why I loved the movie. Like, it looked so good. It was almost like a sci-fi movie where it looked so good. It sounded so good. That, like, the action was so good. And I did think he did a good job. But I just don't know if he would have been, like, the top act. But I can't think of anybody else that would have picked for him. But yeah. But he did a little fun fact, he did grow a real beard for it. Oh. As you should. Christopher Nolan said no CGI. You're going to grow out that beard. Yeah, no CGI around here. But and that's going back to Oppenheimer. Nolan. Wait, what'd you say? I said, and that's why we love Christopher Nolan. But going back to Oppenheimer, I wonder how he did that big bomb scene. You know, like the bomb scene. I think they set something off. Oh, really? I thought so. I mean, I'm not a nuclear bomb, but... Oh. Okay. Because I remember, like, when I think of Oppenheimer, I think of that scene. That scene. And, like, yeah. Because that was crazy. Yeah. It is interesting, too, to think about Oppenheimer and how I do think it is similar to this movie, because it was both, like, these main guys, you know, leading this big cast. And, like, a lot of the movie is these guys being like, am I, like, dealing with the fact that they, like, started this violence? And because it was Odysseus's idea to do the Trojan horse and break in, and which leads to the ransacking of the city of Troy. So I thought that was really interesting, that, like, the movie was basically Odysseus. And that's another reason why I want to go back and rewatch it. But it's basically, like, the whole movie is Odysseus dealing with the fact that he brought this in, and then dealing with the fact that he kind of, like, started this, like, he is what he's saying is, like, Greek civilization fell after this, and, like, people are no longer adhering to the social norms, and, like, they're raiding and not following Zeus's law and all of that. That's kind of what Oppenheimer's about too. Like, Oppenheimer's about him being like, wait, should I have done this? Am I like gonna be am I an okay person because I did this? So it's just interesting to see, like, a director do, like, pretty similar movies, you know? Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. Yeah. Thank you for your analysis. Oh, thank you. Did you have any get out analysis or themes you wanted to talk about from the movie? Any interesting themes or topics or anything?
Honestly, no. I feel like I was really just watching it, taking it in.
Yeah.
I do want to go see it again, though.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, no, not right now. Maybe I'll text some to you. I'm probably gonna think about some in the shower and be like, ah.
Yeah. I mean, it was 3 hours worth of material, so it's like easy to forget. I feel like by the time you get to the third hour, it's like,
Yeah.
Well, two of the things that I noticed that I wanted to talk to you about was one that I really love. I mean, it's basically the same thing. I just liked how the movie was set up, how it's told. It's not told. It's non-linear storytelling. So you're kind of jumping around of like over this like 10-year time period. So I really like that. And then I just really enjoyed how almost the entire movie is the characters telling the story of what happened to each other. Because that's, obviously that's what the Odyssey would people be telling these stories. And in the whole movie, you have, John Bernthal telling the story to, what's his name? I almost called him Tom Zendaya. Tom Holland's character. Like, he was telling him the story of that.
Basically his name.
Exactly. Mr. Zendaya. Matt Damon's telling the story, like, to Calypso. Cersei's telling. And I just really like how Christopher Nolan put that into the way this story was originally told. He put that into the text of this movie of like it's just going to be a bunch of characters telling it to each other.
No, I didn't notice that until you said that. That is a really good point. And it intertwined well. Because it almost seems like there was like a single narrator, but it wasn't. Huh. You're right.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for pulling that off.
Because I think I noticed it. It was in the scene with John Bernthal and Lupita Nyong'o where I was like, this is just such a good scene where you can like see the tension between them and see the way he's telling the story, and then Helen obviously has a different perspective on stuff and is not happy about it. And like the reveal of her face, and like that was all just so good. Or even when Anne Hathaway's character later on was like, all of you guys are repeating this thing about the throne being empty, but like I've been on the throne for the past 20 years, and like just because you're putting this out there and telling the story that there's no king in Ithaca doesn't mean like someone hasn't been here for 20 years. So yeah, just good. One question I had: what did you think about, or what's your interpretation of this scene where Matt Damon's watching Troy get ransacked and attacked, and then he sees someone who looks like Zendaya get killed, but Zendaya's been presenting as like Athena the whole time, right, to him. What did you think, like who that was, or like was she really Athena, or was she just like the ghost of that person? Or
I thought she really I interpreted it as like she really was Athena. And then that we learn like towards the end of the movie that of course like he has regrets of doing that. Of like doing the whole like battle at Troy. And so I kind of like instantly thought that like, oh, like that was his like conscience of like regret. Like this entire time, like he had that regret of like doing the whole battle of Troy. So that's what I like interpreted as, was just
like you thought he was just imagining her there, or
imagine not at the battle, but like definitely imagining her like when he was talking to her like throughout the movie. I was like, oh, that's why like I was like, oh, okay, like that's how it ties it in. Because like I mean, pretty early on, I was like, okay, like obviously Zendaya is not there, but I thought like maybe like I put two and two together that like, oh, maybe that was his regrets and kind of like his conscious like coming back to him throughout the journey of trying to get back home. Wait, what do you think it was?
Well, no, this is cool because so there's two schools of thought happening right now on the internet about this, and I think we're on opposite sides of it. So I think that's fun.
Okay.
Also, in the original text, gods appear all the time. Like the gods are in the movie, in the and this one is kind of like you don't see the gods; they just talk about them a lot, which I actually like. I like that they were just like, oh Zeus, and you would hear thunder or lightning or whatever. Like I thought that was a really cool choice for Christopher Nolan. So Athena does appear to Odysseus a lot in the original text. My interpretation of it was that Zendaya was there as Athena the whole time, but that she was presenting to him as someone that he like felt regret towards dying. Like he really did see a girl who looked like Zendaya, who was like a priestess or whatever, because that was the temple of Athena that they were ransacking, like that they cut the head off. So my perspective was like Athena the goddess was really there with Matt Damon, but she like took on the face of this woman that he saw die because she knew like he had those feelings of regret to him. But I think it's totally up to the viewer. Like I think that your feelings are like, I think your perspective is totally fair, because they don't really give you an answer of
okay
that,
okay. Well, that
I think
kind of
both are fun. Like I think both of those interpretations are cool, and I kind of like both of those.
Yeah. Well, I thought like historically, but like based on the text, that Athena, like as in Zendaya, she got her head cut off, and I was like, oh wow. But
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still unfortunate.
I mean, they destroyed her temple.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. See, if we were in language arts, it would have been a great Socratic seminar.
And this is why I want to rewatch this movie. I think this would be, because I was thinking it from my perspective the whole time, but I kind of want to go back with the lens that you're thinking of, that's like, him just picturing her because he regrets her. I just feel like you can go either way, and I think that that's really cool.
Yeah, but I was also thinking that way because Anne Hathaway gave him the Athena, so like it was just kind of like, well, I don't know.
Well, see, I feel like that goes to my point.
Yeah. I guess we just gotta go see it again.
I'm trying. They don't want me to see it again. The 70mm is actively 70mm is Poseidon, and it's angry at me, and it does not want me to.
Well,
you shouldn't have. Movie.
You shouldn't have, stabbed the Cyclops eye.
You know what I wouldn't have? I would have just snuck on out of there. Me personally, I wouldn't have a character flaw if I was in these movies.
Me personally, I would have not left. What's the island that they were on?
Ithaca.
Yeah, I would have not left Ithaca. You would have seen me at Cornell. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Agamemnon pulls up and is like, go fight in this war for me. I'm like,
it's like, I'm going to class at Cornell.
You get it? Yeah, literally. Okay. I get it. I got you. But if you want to do the joke again, I will laugh at it.
It's like, my little brother, in that case, he would be like, I heard you the first time. Or no, he'll be like, I ignored you the first time. I'm like, okay. It was pretty funny.
I would never say that on a public podcast.
Thank you, Katherine.
Did you...
You can ask your serious question. Mine was very unserious.
No, I like unserious questions. Hit me.
Okay, so it's 103 days until Halloween. So who are you picking? What character are you picking for your Halloween costume?
I mean, I feel like I want to be Agamemnon. I want to be in that cool armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Or what if if I dress up as a Trojan horse and then you can be like a soldier or something?
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna choose the soldier. I want to be something else.
Who are you gonna be?
I don't know. Let me think. My heart really wants to be Zendaya.
Yeah.
Athena, okay. But let me choose something else. Honestly,
it is tough because the women to men ratio in Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah. So
not great.
I'm like, I mean, you could be Calypso. I like her name. You can do something a little beachy.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, knowing me and my Halloween costume history, I might be the Trojan horse.
Oh, so you want to be the horse? Okay.
But you said the horse first. I mean, there could be two Trojan horse. One could be the actual Trojan horse, and one could be the popcorn bucket. I'll be the popcorn bucket Trojan.
This feels like a real New York costume. I'm not the Trojan horse. I'm the Trojan horse popcorn bucket. Like,
they'd be like, "Oh, you're the Trojan horse." I'd be like, "Trojan horse popcorn
bucket." It's not a New York costume if you don't have to like have the caption with you, or like if you don't have to explain it, it's not a New York costume.
You know, on Instagram where you have to like swipe, where people post their costume and then the swipe is like the picture that they reference. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mine will be the Trojan horse, like at the concession stand. You know,
I support that for you. Let's go buy one and then let's dress up like that.
I don't know. Hopefully they haven't sold out yet. You think they have?
Popcorn buckets?
Yeah.
No, I'd say they probably ordered a lot.
Really?
I always got some. Okay. Yeah, I'd say they're probably reordering some more. Well, a couple, I guess, last questions just to wrap everything up. Did you have a favorite visual from the movie?
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, this is what movies are supposed to look like. This was a movie. This was a blockbuster summer film. This was good. It looked great.
Speaking of our Halloween costumes, what was his name again with the A? Is it Armageddon? No.
So you're gonna make me Agamemnon, I believe.
Agamemnon. That visual of
we
him
can call
coming
him Aggie.
Out. Okay, Aggie with the fire in the back and him coming out. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
And then he just stopped and everyone else ran. I was like, you did that. You look good, sir.
Yeah. And then I see his Instagram post and I'm like, ew. No, I'm joking.
And that's why he had his helmet on, okay? You don't gotta look at him.
It's like, who is that?
That's why his wife murdered him. Like,
yeah. That scene of her like oiling his hair too. I was like, turn around. We need to see his face because his hair is once again. Yeah. Everything looked good, and we were bamboozled.
It's like, babes, there was a reason why he didn't turn around in that scene. Okay. Christopher Nolan said, you just go ahead and look at Lupita. We don't gotta worry about what his face looks like. Just focus on her. She looks good.
Like, turn him around. I want to see him. Turn him around. So that picture of him coming out with the fire, that was definitely very beautiful. And then also there were a couple of like sailing scenes where I was like, wow, that looked good. So yeah, those are the two that really stuck out to me. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I thought the water looked amazing. Like all of the boat scenes looked great. Probably my favorite visual was whenever they were in Hades, or like the entrance to Hades, and I guess that's where they were filming in Iceland, where they were walking and it was like the black sand and like the dead soldiers rose up in the lanterns. I just thought that one looked really cool. Because I was like, once again, Marvel would have them in the volume and they would be in front of a green screen and it would look like potato cakes right now. Like, I was just like, this is crazy. This is on our planet. And it just, and the stunt work was amazing in that. I don't know. I just really liked it reminded me of the Hades Town musical where they're carrying the lantern and all of that. So that looked cool.
Yeah.
And then
I was just going to say, that's a little fun fact. Christopher Nolan, he specifically chose to film in Iceland in June because of the eerie all-day light of the midnight sun. Ooh. So it was definitely eerie, but it was cool. Yeah.
That's the name of a Stephanie Meyer book.
That's Twilight. She wrote Twilight, right?
Yeah, Midnight Sun's Twilight from Edward's perspective, and you know what?
Ooh.
It's good. I'll take it's really good. I know you couldn't relate. Do you? I mean, I guess we already kind of talked about this. Did you have a favorite character, or least favorite character?
Ooh, I would say my favorite character. I don't want to be basic and say Matt Damon, but that's his whole scene.
Everybody else has like 5 minutes. It's kind of
yeah, that's true. But I really did like his whole, like, the sequence of him, like, being back in Ithaca, but, like, disguised as a beggar. It was, like, that was, like, my I need a Siggy moment, because I was, like, first of all, to the man who didn't recognize his voice, I was, like, all right, like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. But that scene where he strung the bow and plucked it, 10 out of 10. So maybe, honestly, not any of the soldiers, because they decided to eat that meat. Like, I was done with y'all there. Honestly, maybe I wasn't, like, rooting for him, but maybe Robert Pattinson, because he really just, like, surprised me with his role. Like,
yeah.
Like, he like, the anger and, like, him, like, he made me really not like him, like, in this movie. So probably him, especially that scene where Matt Damon returned that I forgot what it was called. I need to watch this movie again. But
the little,
like,
yeah,
the little thingy where he put it down and he was like, oh, like, I don't know where you got this from or whatever. And I'm like, Robert Pattinson, yes you do, yes you do. So that whole thing, and then the scene where, like, Matt Damon was, shooting the arrows at people, but he was, like, calling for the spears. He was like, get the spear,
you go, like, do that, you go get it. Like,
yeah, but, like, that was good. He was good. He had me frantic. So yeah, maybe as far as, like, acting, definitely probably Robert Pattinson. Least favorite, I don't want to say that dog, but honestly, Cersei. She creeped me out.
That dog was so cute.
Was that dog cute?
It was when it was little.
Was that dog cute?
Well, they didn't need to be kicking it. That was just rude.
Yeah. All of the men who were trying to get with Anne Hathaway, done, like, oh boy. They were rude. Yeah. But what about you? Who's your favorite?
Yeah, I think acting-wise, Robert Pattinson was probably my favorite. He's just such a good job. But all the, like, because that was the thing. A lot of people had very short, roles. Even Zendaya's was pretty short. John Bernthal's was pretty short. Lupita's was pretty short. But I thought, like, they all did really good with their, like, 5 or 10 minutes of screen time. Like, I thought, like, all of those people did a really great job. Yeah, but probably Robert Pattinson, I thought. And I thought Anne Hathaway did a really good job, too. Like that scene where she's yelling at Tom Holland, or when she's talking with Odysseus in disguise. I thought she did a really good job. My least favorite, hit the sailors whenever they were turning into pigs, because they were gross and I didn't like them, and that was a gross scene when they were turning into pigs, and they were doubting Odysseus, and I mean, he was lying to them, so that was fair for them to do that. But,
yeah.
But yeah, no. All right. So, anything else before we move on to where we're going to rank this?
I think that's about it on my end. It was a good time. Yeah.
Great time. All right. So what is your Letterboxd ranking, and where are you going to put it on our movie rankings?
5 stars. So it's a 5-star movie. Yeah. And it was funny because I have a little notes app on my phone of, like, separate from the pod, of movies that I saw. And You, Me, and Tuscany finally got dethroned. Can you believe it? I know.
It only took a 3-hour retelling of a Greek poem.
Yeah. Wow. I was like, wow, can't believe You, Me, and Tuscany got dethroned. But as far as, like, my list for this podcast, I think I'm going to put it right under another IMAX film. I'm going to put it under Sinners. So I'm going to put it at number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, above You, Me, and Tuscany, but under Sinners.
Shocking, but I love it.
Yeah.
One thing that I wanted to add, because I was actually talking about this on the phone with my mom earlier, but because I also thought that when the blind guy mentor did not recognize Odysseus, in the book, he like Athena like disguises him some more, so that was why he couldn't recognize him. Because that was my thing. I was like, this guy, he wouldn't recognize his voice because like what his senses. But it was just funny. I was literally talking about that with my mom earlier today.
Okay.
I gave this 4.5 stars. I really wanted to give it a 5. The only thing is, like, Interstellar makes me cry, and I love Interstellar, and this did not make me cry. So I was like, it's not perfect for me. But it was really, really great. I definitely will watch again. I definitely want to go see it in the movie theaters again. And I think I'm also going to put it, not to copy you once again, I think I'm going to put it 4th. I'm going to put it right below Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
Because again, Project Hail Mary, these are probably like maybe my top 2 movies for the year. Project Hail Mary made me cry. And so I think I would just put this below.
Rocky Coming Home or Rocky. Okay, yeah.
No, just every time I looked over and saw you sitting next to me, it made me cry.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Because I was excited to watch it with you. But yeah, so that is a wrap on the Odyssey. Officially our longest pod ever.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because
we didn't mention the IMAX camera, none of that filming. It was the first film.
First movie filmed on
IMAX. Wow. We're slacking, but shout out to IMAX.
We would be here for 5 hours if we listen. If we talked about everything that Christopher Nolan did for this movie, like we won't be here for a
all
long
the
time.
details and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, and so do we have a movie set for next week? Or is it going to be TBD?
It is TBD.
Okay.
Yeah, TBD.
All right. Well, tune in next week for TBD movie surprise. It's like one of those fun things where you get a movie ticket and you don't know what you're saying. That's what we're doing next week with our episode. You guys don't know. See you there.
Seen unseen.
Exactly. In the meantime, everyone can find us and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at @alisters_pod, where our social media manager is doing an amazing job putting our clips out there and getting us out there. You can also you can watch, we're a video podcast. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever you want to listen to and watch a podcast, you can find us. And you can also email us at @gmail.com. Did you guys have a favorite part of this movie? Is there some big thing that we forgot about, like the fact that it was filmed completely on IMAX cameras, which we got on there in the last second? Good job, Jahsleighe. But that is all from us this week, and we'll see everyone next week.